Welcome to the first episode of a new series that I'm doing. Actually, gave some forethought to this series. It is called On This Day in Gaming. Now, before we get started, I wanted to note that if you have a 64-bit system, make sure you go out and get the 4GB patch for the executable on Dragon Age. I'll include a link in the description. When Origins shipped back in 2009, came with a 2GB executable. And inevitably, what would happen if you had a higher end system, you would get to a point in the game where things would seriously lag. And the 4GB patch executable removes that unfortunate circumstance. Now, as far as all the mods that I've downloaded in this game and I'm using in this game, it's considerable. There are a lot of wonderful things about Dragon Age Origins. One of the least wonderful things, though, is how easy it is. I don't like easy games. That was one of my main problems with The Witcher 3, especially given how much Witcher 3 holds your hand and treats you like you're stupid. But anyway, one of the mods that I put in that I want to highlight real quick before we get into this is Nightmare Plus. And basically, Nightmare vanilla mode is pretty much the same as normal when you play Baldur's Gate 2. Unfortunately, as gaming has gone on, for the most part, games have become easier, not more challenging. Dark Souls would be an exception to that rule. Of course, Elden Ring as well. But so, anyway, I found this mod, Nightmare Plus, way back in 2009 when BioWare had a dedicated community for modding Dragon Age Origins. And it's one of my favorite mods. It's modular, meaning once you install the mod, you can select which of the components you want to enable. As you can see, I have the core enabled, consumables, enemies, spells, and injuries, and I've clicked off of items. If items is activated, you will not see very many special items at all in the game, which makes it great for a normal playthrough. But since I'm showing this on YouTube now and then, I want to be able to show the better items. With core enabled and the enemies mod component enabled, it really doesn't make a difference if you do have the higher end items because their damage is limited. So with that said, yeah, I really highly recommend this mod. You can now find it on Nexus Mods, of course. The other custom mod that I have installed that I want to highlight is where'd it go? Advanced Quick Bar. This is an ease of use mod. It gives you access to 4 quick bars rather than 1. I've also enhanced that with another mod that impacts the quick bar. When Origins originally shipped, you couldn't use the entire quick bar. You couldn't use all of the 50 quick slots that were available. FTG Quick Bar addresses that. FTG also has another mod in here that I want to talk about real quick, and that is, where'd it go? That is a UI mod, which brings Origins up to par with high resolution monitors. I'm running a very high resolution monitor, and without this mod, I wouldn't be able to read a single thing in the game, and things would look rather odd. This is a fantastic mod that helps to bring the game up to par. There are a couple mods as far as HD UI goes that I have installed in here. Trying to remember their names. Theta HD. It won't show up in the installed content. It works behind the scenes. Replaces all the textures in the game with textures that are meant for high resolution monitors. So yeah, I'd like to call out that mod as well. There's a respecking mod in here that's really cool. You'll see that in action shortly. And let's see, auto highlight. Yeah, character respect add-on version 6. That's another one So yeah, just a whole host of mods. Helmet removal, so you can see your character's heads without the helmet. It'll be added automatically when you enter battle. I think that has adverse impacts in the fade though, so I'll probably have to disable that for when we get to the fade. Okay, so mod review done. When you get to the main screen, you have a choice of starting a new game, which is the base campaign, or doing the expansion pack, Awakenings. In addition to that, you have other DLC that are available with the Ultimate Edition. Back in the day when this game originally released, you had to pay for the base game, and then you had to pay for the individual DLC packages, and that created quite a bit of controversy, to say the least. And usually you'd spend $10 to $20 on these things, and you're looking at, maybe 4 or 5 hours of additional gameplay. So it was quite the ripoff. But, nowadays you can just buy the Ultimate Edition of Dragon Age Origins for as little as $5 is what the sell is at Galog right now. Of these, 4 of these 5 are meant to be played after your original campaign, because they'll involve the Grey Warden that you create for the main campaign. The lone exception is Leliana'S song, which is Leliana'S sort of origin story, and of course you play as her. Now, the really cool thing about all these DLCs is you get special equipment for completing them. That special equipment will show up in the main campaign. Downside is you can't really play as the Grey Warden that you create in the main campaign. You'd have to play as someone else if you want to get these special items on your first playthrough. On subsequent playthroughs, once you've completed the DLC, the equipment will show up in your inventory, regardless of the new character that you create. I will probably console these items in that we would get from Witch Hunt, Darkspawn Chronicles, and the Golems of Amgarak. And that way I can play with them without having to play the game twice. And Leliana'S song, we will get a very nice set of armor, or breastplate, I guess. So yeah, without further ado, what we're going to do is play Leliana'S song, and then we will get into the main campaign, for which I can't wait. I got goosebumps, man. Almost like I'm playing this game again for the first time. I love great games. I truly do. I get excited over them. But they have to be great. And this is a great game.
Do you want to know a secret? This tale of foolish people long ago, I know what happened and what is true, but I don't know how it should end. Let me tell it one more time, and perhaps together we will see.
Very nice. Months of planning, favors, everything is waiting for us. We are here to show Ferelden how ARL'S commands the game. Several jobs and a personal score of my own, but the rest of the night is yours. Think you're up to it, pretty thing?
You know I'm ready for anything.
Of course you are. You're mine. I'll be watching. Don't let me down.
Love to watch her go. Returns me to the stone.
Focus.
A little fun with the wigs of Ferelden. They weren't expected. Not like in ARL'S.
The clients want a little stealing? A few insults? Some good old revenge.
Eyes open. We've got our targets. Let's find them.
Oh my.
The goods we're after are stored here, in the square.
Alrighty, so as you can see, the quick bar is quite large now. First thing we're going to do is nerf the hell out of the characters. Reason being, this is a very short campaign and I just want to get through it for the Battledress Provocateur armor and just refamiliarize myself with Leliana. So yeah, we're going to be breezing through it, and one other reason why I'm going to nerf the heck out of my characters is because of the Nightmare Plus mod. It really makes this campaign incredibly difficult to get through. And how we're going to do that is the first thing I'm going to do is activate rogue abilities. Now, should have enough here to where you won't have to implement the quick bar extra slots, but I don't know, maybe I guess we'll go ahead and do that. Put this one here, and that one there, and so the advanced quick bar works like this. You just click here to go to different ones. And yeah, it's a really cool mod. Go back to talents, and this is all the rogue abilities are turned on. You can increase your skill, talent, attributes, class, your XP. I mean, you can do all your specializations. It's really good for nerfing. Do about a dozen talent points.
I'll do it.
And we'll do, give her a boost
In my time.
Attributes as well. We'll just go with the dozen. It's a nice solid number. So yeah, let's see, we'll bump this up to 32. Willpower, and up to 22. Cunning. Really good for a rogue, so we'll bump that up to 21. And we will go through here and just make sure Leliana is raring to go. Okay, she needs master combat training for this one. So we'll do, yeah, we'll give her 4 skills. And unfortunately it doesn't remember your choices. We'll take this to 32. This to 22. And this to 21. Okay, so that'll give her master combat training. Don't really need that right now. Do. So yeah, that should be good for her. I'm going to go off screen real quick and rearrange her quick bar so it's a little easier to determine actions. Unfortunately, I can't make the icons any larger than what they are right there. Okay, everybody's powered up, leveled up, and we're going to do the next thing, which for me is removing their tactic behavior. I like to be in control of what the character's doing at all times. I mean, it's a party-based game, you know, so it just seems to, tactics just seems to defeat the purpose and takes out some of the fun in playing. Dragon Age Origins looks good considering it's, yeah, a 15-year-old game. Looks really good, actually.
The guards will be looking for any excuse to bring out the blades.
My time. The usual moaning about charity. This board needs something.
Well, now I wonder.
And it's a little odd right-clicking.
From the poor box?
If their maker misses this, the Chantry has bigger problems.
It's definitely odd right-clicking to select something, to click on it. Like right-click to examine.
Dark and deep. How many coins down this thing are gone for good?
It's a very good place to dump a body or two. Yeah, I do miss turn-based mode. That's one of the few weaknesses of this game. It's real-time with pause rather than turn-based, and I love turn-based mode games. I really do. Sure, we'll pick up a little side quest.
Well, I see a cache of sorts. So who's hiding what?
Some people like their privacy.
And they shouldn't leave their bags out in the open.
The Mage Collective. Sketch, did you know?
It's nothing, usually.
Then no one will mind if we follow the clues and help ourselves.
Exactly. So we have several objectives. First one being the game. Need to complete the contracts in the market. We've brought the Orlesian game of intrigue to dinner room after months of preparation. Several contracts have been set up for this night, including revenge, larceny, and simple chaos. Marjolaine is sure that I will meet and exceed her expectations. That's why I'm her favorite. Not very specific, and that's fine. Like I said, I don't like it when a game holds my hand. Although, ambiguity in quests, at least as far as, you know, what to do, it takes away a bit from the immersion. I mean, the game, we have no clear-cut objective, really. So, first among our list is defeat Ban Perrin's guards. Humble Ban Perrin and his guards. An Orlesian noble wishes a Ferelden counterpart punished for his disrespect at a reception. A series of forged invitations have drawn Ban Perrin to Eamon's estate tonight. Eamon is away, but Perrin cannot leave without risking insult. Humble Ban Perrin by defeating his elite guard at the very least. Then we have Kill a Loose Tongue. Make an example of Yovi Marathi. The aristocracy does not tolerate frivolous accusation. The loose-tongued Yovi fled to Orlais after assaulting the reputation of a considerable number of the nobility. A few sovereigns have ensured that his safe house will deny him. Teach the scoundrel a lesson so that his punishment serves as a warning to others. And we have stealing in the market. The Finch Bonnie Lamb has made a brisk business selling items. Leliana and Marjolaine liberate from Orlesian aristocracy. But Leliana never guaranteed the buyers would be allowed to keep them. She needs to steal back the 3 Finch collections to have some fun with the Ferelden merchants. After all, what kind of morally bankrupt person buys stolen goods? Yeah, indeed. We also have Marjolaine's vendetta. Among our contracts is something personal. The guard captain of Dinnerham apparently wronged Marjolaine somehow, and she wants revenge. She is taking care of it herself. It will be interesting to see what she cooks up. Pity the man, whatever comes. And then we have the quest we just picked up. Find the MAGE'S cache. Have hints of a MAGE'S collected cache in the market. Watch for more clues around the market and relieve these for elder mages of their wealthy burden. Surely. Oh yeah, the codex. Damn it. Forgot about the codex. The Arlesian Game of Intrigue. Marjolaine had given me clippings from a Ferelden book, a social dissection of Orlais, or some such. Orlais presents a veneer of opulence, but the aristocracy are committed to a system of social one-upsmanship they call the game. Sprawling receptions delight friend and foe, while bards strike from the shadow with insinuation, larceny, and assassination, often to the strange delight of their targets. Control of these auteur agents is yet another layer of the game. Auteur agent. That I like. The rest could not be more dry. Fereldans truly did not understand my world. That, of course, was Marjolaine's intent. I had arranged my favorite associates and followed her to Dinnerham not for the promise of money, but for the excitement of toying with fools. I was her creature. Willingly. Raiding their collective. The note from the Mage's collective had said there were clues around the market that would point to a hidden cache. At the time, I didn't care that someone had earned that money, or that someone else had scrounged to collect it. Finding the clues would be adventure, distraction. I even looked forward to the inevitable guard. By the signature, Severin was the poor fellow's name. Definitely worth reading the text that comes along with this game.
Friendly now. The guards have no reason to chase us yet.
Yet. I really love her personality. So rather than just doing each quest one by one, we'll go through and kind of complete them as we come across them.
Another clue. Thank you, Collective.
No hesitation. We simply act.
Sounds like Marjolaine found her mark, the poor bastard.
Yeah, he's over there, Captain Eames, who's knocked out. Actually, yeah, let's do these quests one at a time. We'll do the mage cache first.
Right. Another clue. Thank you, Collective.
Our map should have updated. Really wish I could just toggle highlight all the time, have it just all the time on. Found a couple mods that did it, but their installation procedures was not for me. I think we better save.
I'm watching.
So we get codex entry. This game will not tell you ahead of time. The spell combinations that are in the game, you just kind of have to figure them out on your own just by trying different things. And yeah, definitely does not hold your hand in that aspect, which is appreciated.
No more from you! I've had enough!
Entry for a golem. Mage's collective signet. Plus 2 magic, 10 spell power. Ooh.
Your mage was a little more possessive than you let on sketch.
It's just a group that I kind of understand.
Huh. Well, his trinket looks to be worth a nice amount, unless we find another use for it.
So we get a couple nice items, silver cord and Progenitor crosscut. That'll of course go on Leliana. Let's just go ahead and do that. And silver cord.
Yes.
Well, the god will be after us now.
Good. Bring him on.
You ever get enough?
Nope.
Do appreciate the banter in this game. It's very good. Better than the banter in Baldur's Gate 3, to be honest, for the most part. And not quite as good as the banter that was in... Not quite as good as the banter that was in Baldur's Gate 2, of course. I don't think any game will ever match that. Okay, let's go kill a loose tongue. And I'm still pressing Alt for object names and highlighting things. Oh yeah, gee.
Oh, Marjolaine was hard on her poor captain. Wonder if I could add to that.
You get into our private business, you'd better make it count.
We'll get to him momentarily.
Come on! Damn you lot, open up!
There's our tattletale.
Put him down. There's a warning.
Who?
Jovi Maris?
Oh no, I was supposed to be safe!
You should have thought about that before talking out of turn.
I ain't going back! I'm not!
Good with me.
I'll do it.
That was easy enough.
But it would scare others more if he simply disappeared.
Dying's not enough. Bit of Marjolaine in you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have the first of the Battledress Provocateur. Piece of Horlesian leather, stitched and riveted with such skill that even unfinished it is aesthetically pleasing. It is not so much cut as unassembled. The tooling imprint suggests that there are 6 pieces in total. Here we have the poor guy's corpse and Bastard Thorn, which is not as good as the weapons Leliana already has on her.
Oof! How do they get so heavy on such terrible food?
Nobody boils an innard like a Ferelden.
Yeah, we will head to the well that we were by earlier and dump this guy's body.
Still dark, still deep.
Deep enough for a body.
that's why dinner in water tastes wrong.
That's kind of disgusting. Yeah, so, simple game, I guess you could say. Oh, yeah, it's a fun one. I'm really enjoying this, and I didn't think that I would. Well, I knew I'd enjoy the main campaign. I've historically, had a fairly low opinion of the DLC of Leliana'S Song 2 because there are some inconsistencies with it and what you learn from Leliana in the main campaign. And so, yeah, it kind of retcons her a little bit, which I don't like. If you can't work within the framework that you've set down, why are you working in it? So, yeah. But I'm enjoying it more, I guess, because it's been a while since I played the main campaign, so the inconsistencies aren't getting under my nerve or on my nerves like they did before. Or maybe my standards have been lowered by the recent atrocity that was Dragon Age Velgard and the wholly baffling decision on the part of CDPR to make Ciri into a frickin' Witcher. Yeah, so maybe my standards have lowered somewhat, and the sins of Dragon Age Origins, as far as messing with its own lore goes, is not as great. Well, yeah, certainly not as great in comparison as what Velgard, or what BioWare did with Velgard, and apparently what CDPR is doing to the Witcher universe. I'll hold off on my damnation of CDPR until the game comes out, but for right now, it does not look good. Which is really disappointing. It does turn out to be that way, because CDPR did such a phenomenal job of working within the lore that the books provided with The Witcher 2, yet expounding on that lore in a way that enriched it rather than conflicted with it. So, yeah, if it turns out that all Ciri is a mere Witcher, and she's lost her innate power, which would make no sense in and of itself, I'll be sorely disappointed. She may as well just be Geralt at that point, and why switch it out? Or she could be any Witcher for that matter.
There's our noble to disgrace. Watch out!
Fireball's gotta be the most popular spell in D&D.
Yes.
Don't let them
So this isn't D&D.
A bit of fun, but does a beating seem too plain?
Nobles only really hurt when you hit their reputation.
I'll do it.
So we have a note from the Chantry, one of commendation, that thanks Perrin for his ongoing moral integrity and generosity. The Chantry looks forward to his next donation. Right alongside that we have suspect underthings. This undergarment has an unwholesome lace breech codpiece that somehow both constricts, ouch, and augment the height of vulgarity in all but the most intimate of company.
We're supposed to strip him of dignity, not his things.
It'll be both if we find an amusing place to leave them. I'll do it. The usual moaning about charity. This board needs something.
Well, let's give it something. Give it a pair of suspect underthings.
That should do it.
Not the donation the good sisters expect.
Picture it with morning dew. Majestic.
Mess with people, basically.
Import of import. The man thinks he's clever.
So we'll take the forbidden jewelry.
Dead people jewelry.
Taking worse off of dead bodies.
Finery? This Sir Wally has clearly never been to ARL'S.
Okay, we'll still back the historical costumes.
Let's put these to better use somewhere.
And we'll plant the forbidden jewelry.
He'll have some explaining to do now.
And now we leave.
It's not as pretty as I remember. Maybe these things have a better use than just selling them again.
Swap the goods around. They'll jump to blame each other.
Ugh, so childish.
Yeah, this is the one hard battle in this area. You all just sit tight for a little bit.
Something fun.
Yep, she's gone. Even with how much I've nerfed Leliana, still, that was a tough little fight. Keep that shield for later in the game. I could give it to Tag, but it wouldn't be a good idea.
Renwall's relics, as if he found them.
So we'll still back the antiquities.
There's our northern trinkets. Let him explain why he's got these in store. That's the minimum for our contracts. But I bet we could do better if we tried.
Or we could signal Marjolaine down from the tavern and get out of here.
Another look through the imports of import. This bunch won't wait for an explanation of this. That is a good night's work done.
Okay, one other thing to do.
Right.
Marjolaine has left the man in a state, no question.
I wonder how much shame he can bear.
It's not the collective signet, but I'd like to hang on to that.
Now it appears he's an apostate as well. Shocking. Marjolaine? Marjolaine! Don't tease me today.
That's how we do it.
Ooh, pretty thing. Out of breath, hair in a state. You'd be a scandal on the streets of ARL'S. And you love it.
If I'm not mistaken, you want me this way.
You think you know a lot. Like how to get back at my poor captain. You'd have done worse if you knew him. We are done with distractions. Now I have something special in mind. Lem,
Aye, Marjolaine?
make sure she has everything she needs. There will be no rest for us tonight.
Don't keep me in the dark. Who's the mark of distinction you have in mind?
In good time, just know that we will have earned a special rest when all is done. Ready yourself and come back to me.
You won't have to wait long.
Let's see what Bonnie Lim has on him. Where did Bonnie Lim go?
Always where the money is. Hmm?
And your hand in the Chantry box was an accident, I suppose?
You keeping tabs on me, Lim?
That's a word for it. You want something?
Let's see what you found.
Are you ready now, Leliana? The night is moving on, and our target is formidable.
I need only my skill, Marjolaine. I am always ready.
That, my pretty thing, is what I like to hear.
Sodding stone.
You can't come to Denham without visiting the ARL'S estate.
You're mad.
The Earl is away, and most of the King's patrol has been drawn to some sort of trouble in the market. Our employer just wants us to plant some embarrassing papers under the cover of a burglary. It will be assumed they were here all along. Unless you think you're not up to my challenge.
Why didn't you tell me this was the target?
For the shock on your face. Ask the others. It is adorable.
Huh, I give her that.
So we split to divide the guard, then find a way in.
And deposit the papers where they can be found by servants. In the bedroom, nice and personal. Don't keep me waiting.
Tonight is not about shadows. We want some chaos to hide our true purpose.
Could we do that without leaving a trail right to us?
Well, the Guri comes back automatically during a fight. Let's smash that dog.
I'm not letting you get away so easily.
Jesus, Leliana, you about died.
Is it not? Did that one seem better trained to you?
Fancier uniform, too. Soldiers on loan to the Arl?
More reason to dump them out of sight or something.
The Hard Line. Soldiers called their group the Hard Line, and that title was not unearned. They were freeholders sworn to one Harwin Raleigh, a noble who had distinguished himself during the Orlais-Ferelden conflict, but they ended the war in disgrace, and their patron was even denied the return of his title and land. I knew nothing of this at the time. I would come to regret my ignorance later. Yeah, those codexes added a pretty decent bit of color to the game. Yeah, I like it with the GUI hidden. Turn on auto screenshots. There's an ambush across this wall.
We have the target.
Ugh. Every time, man. Come on. She's gonna resist that too. I need a bow. Yeah, there's definitely no fluidity to combat. Okay. Let's see, Control G. Is that what I set up? Yeah.
There, we could dump the soldiers in the dirt.
I don't see you offering your back to the cause.
Oh, he doesn't have much strength, Tug.
Good place to stash something, if you like digging.
Oh, well, I think a little digging is necessary if we're going to hide bodies.
That will keep them out of sight. Happy, Sketch?
Appeased.
The door is too obvious. It will be barred, even if they expect nothing.
Bet hinges hold better than their guards.
Yeah, quite enjoying this. Simple, straightforward. Quests are relatively short. So yeah, it's a nice, relaxing,
There's our way in.
yet exciting
Reach the
game.
window in that nook.
Tight fit for Tug.
Yeah, your mother said as much.
Good banter.
Right. Let's find more soldiers and make a nice mess before we plant the papers.
Love it when you talk like that. You too, Sketch.
Do Ferelden's condone torture? Or is this allowed because the Earl is away?
Doesn't say much for whoever was left in charge.
No, it does not. Okay, so we have just one option, looks like. I can't interact with that door, so it's up, up, up we go.
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
So hopefully as I get more adept with this game, I'll have to pause during combat less. Nothing to interact with in here, huh? Generally, it's a good idea to let them come to you. There are a couple times when it's smart to retreat when you see enemies so you can drop back to a stronger position and not leave your entire party open to vulnerability. The strategy for Dragon Age Origins is nowhere near on the level of either Baldur's Gate 2 or 3,
in my time.
but it's decent. Certainly better than what you would find in an action role-playing game like The Witcher. Although to be fair, The Witcher 2 did require significant strategy. 1 less so, and 3 even more less so. Maybe Witcher 4 will reverse that, but I doubt it. I was really hoping that they would make The Witcher less actiony and more RPG, but I don't think that'll be the case. Okay, we get our second masterwork leather piece. Ooh, 10 sovereigns, is that what they're called? Topaz, sapphire, and a ruby.
Help yourselves. It's supposed to be a burglary after all.
Oh my God! Please don't do that. I heard something outside. People speaking out of turn.
Jesus Christ.
That boy will grow into something special. Thick doors make every room a surprise.
Something.
Enough for everyone.
Yes.
Out here, come on. That was not what I had in mind.
Cool, so a set of keys, a little bit of coin.
Come, Commander. Let's see your little dragon. What the?
I guess that's one way to put it. Let's see your little dragon. Okay, let's check out this room here.
Good sodding morning.
Okay, we have a footlocker. Let me grab a silver bowl, 2 coin. Come on, give me the masterwork leather thing. Shiba. Really hope I didn't miss any pieces in dinner. I don't think I did, but I don't know, man. I got a weird feeling. Okay, that's the other way out. Come on.
More soldiers!
Uh-oh.
Elite my arse.
Gonna try something just for fun.
In my time.
Yeah, it's cheating all over the place, man.
We are quite the target.
Yes.
Yes!
Now let's check out what that war journal has to say.
In my time. A war journal with no war?
A lot of bitterness still around. This is pushing it, though.
Journal revised. Had my younger self cared, I'd have seen that early in the war journal the hardline were highly praised, but after their patron's land was lost, they were censored by King Merrick directly for brutal treatment of prisoners. Their patron being Harwin Raleigh, whose latest request to forcibly retrieve his territory had been denied, but those were distant problems, and not mine to worry about. Oh, Leliana.
It's done. The master bedroom. We can plant the papers in the desk.
First, let's check the ornate chest. Okay, we have another masterwork leather piece. Okay. Don't know why, but I'm thinking I should have 4. Personal journal.
This Commander Raleigh sounds like a beast.
Maybe he's the target we're embarrassing.
Owen Raleigh's personal journal gave us a horrible insight. He boasted of cruelty far beyond the public accounting. He pined for an excuse to attack Orlais, to take back his lost land. It was easy to imagine how clinging to such hatred would poison a man, but I could not know how this stranger's private war would collide with my love for Marjolaine.
These are Orlesian seals.
Be quick, pretty thing. We are wearing out our welcome.
Well, we know what she was doing with the man, so there's no point in asking that.
Marjolaine, these seals are Orlesian military. This is not some embarrassment of nobility.
Who am I to say what upsets this lot?
You seem to know them pretty well from what I saw.
That will do, Leliana. We have to get moving.
I don't like this.
Leliana, later. Move.
Three, 6, carry over the ort. No. Looking a little peaked, Missy.
Nothing about us being here hits you as wrong.
Haven't thought about it. My purse follows Marjolaine. Good eye for money, that one.
But if we're caught...
If you're caught, I never know what you're doing out there. That's how I like it.
Okay, let's go find out a little more about Sketch and...
What's this?
We rob the Arl and he boils the same old gruel.
I'll sink a stone in it. Make you feel at home.
Split wood.
Ditch rock.
I met Sketch in Valriol, but he had spent so much of his life hiding among immigrants and smugglers, he lacked the connection, resentment, and even accent of other city elves. His primary concerns were about persecution as a mage. Not enough. He was not the bardic type, but I suppose the game was more forgiving than the Templars. I remember his books, not unexpected for a mage, but most were mere distraction. The thinnest pulp of history. The only proper mage tome was a volume of philosophy and ethics regarding the manipulation to summon creatures, which he owned because it was large. He was slowly covering every page with little preoccupied scribbles, as though the text wasn't even there. Pretty cool insight into who Sketch is. Now let's check out Tug's satchel. Tug was a dwarf with few words for strangers, and choice words for friends. He was a strange fit in Orlais, but he never offered a reason for why he left his home. I had accepted his company and friendship, knowing he would share what he wanted in his own good time. He laughed when I first asked about the silk kerchiefs. We'd be in some noble's vault, pocketing gems, and Tug would be rummaging through the linens. They were his practical luxury, because, quote-unquote, one can never be sure of toiletries while traveling. He once said, far too loudly, that he had spoiled himself and, quote-unquote, lost his callus, but I suspect that may have been for Sketch's blanching reaction.
Well, Marjolaine's full of surprises,
I have to say something to her about the papers. Right?
Seems like you've decided.
Marjolaine left you in the dark too.
Always does.
Not always.
Maybe not you. I get where and when. It's usually enough. Valriel was quiet anyway. Really quiet, actually.
Marjolaine planned for months. Some jobs we turned down.
Made us hungry. Maybe a little stupid.
But not on purpose.
Right.
We have to do something before it's a problem, Tug. But what?
Well, I'd just take my money and run back to Orlais. I have a girl I'm ruining for her chevalier husband.
We pulled many strings to arrange the market. Someone will know we were here.
Marjolaine has people in her pocket. She can deal with treason. Maybe.
I'm sure it's all just a mistake. We can fix it.
She won't like hearing that.
Your turn to cook?
Have to do something. The ARL'S estate? Soldiers? Templars should give up mages and hunt whatever Marjolaine is.
I was worried I was the only one left out of the plan.
You're the only one she tells anything.
Then why did you come?
An apostate elf needs to keep his friends close.
I can be hanged on a rumor. Accidental treason's a bit over the top, really.
I'm worried too, but we can fix it somehow.
We should just disappear. Don't wait around for it to go bad.
Not go back to Orlais?
I don't have much to go back to. Less if they start thinking I'm a threat to the nation.
Not a bad idea, though.
I can't bear the thought of never seeing my home again.
Wish I knew the feeling.
Some of us don't match the bard spy fetish. Like me, pretending I know the loot.
You murder music.
I have to say something to Marjolaine. Soon.
Better you than me.
Yeah, Sketch had the smartest idea. Just get the hell out.
I was right to be worried. It doesn't matter. You need to remember your place. You do not question me in front of the others, Leliana. Not in the field, not anywhere.
The game is one thing. We go back and forth between nobles, and the authorities turn a blind eye. It is amusement. But these papers... If the seals were Orlesian military, then bringing them to Ferelden is treason. Marjolaine, there is no blind eye for treason. They hang you in the street.
My poor pretty thing, lost in a strange place. Ah, this is about seeing me with that officer, isn't it?
I'd imagine Leliana'S seen Marjolaine with other people before.
You surprised us with this. If I'd known, I would have talked you out of it.
You were never so reluctant back in Orlais. Perhaps I took you from those streets too soon?
Marjolaine?
Please, you forced my hand. We will undo this, just in case someone were to find out. It will not be simple. Remember that you asked for this.
Thank you, Marjolaine. Our lives are exciting enough, no?
Just be ready. Give me a moment.
Marjolaine commanded fear, respect, and a high price. She was the Orlesian aristocracy's answer when the next step in her rivalry was to end it, and she was everything I wanted to be. She never spoke of herself, never gave hints of who she was away from the game, but she always seemed to know how to captivate us. She was a mentor, not a leader. She suggested, and others grew wealthy in her shadow. At the time, I only casually noted that Marjolaine's satchel held just the bare essentials for travel. It was barren of anything even remotely sentimental. Well, I think we're done here.
You are ready? Because this will not be easy.
I know.
We'll go back when it is dark again. They won't expect a second break-in so soon.
We can say we were there to steal the papers in the first place, for Orlais.
I don't plan on having to tell anyone. Shall we go?
I will sleep easier when this is all done.
It will all work out. I promise.
You were right. The grounds were bare. Perhaps we stole everything worth guarding.
There. Let's get your precious papers and go.
Yeah, here we go.
A little heavy-footed over the wall, maybe? I'll draw the ones I can. Go!
Time to get out of here, I suppose. Oh my, okay.
Always something else. I'll do it.
If you're going for trinkets, make it quick.
Ready!
A little distracted from looting at the moment.
Too bad. Always gotta loot, dude. And, yeah, at least not every single container has something in it, which is both great and unfortunate. In Baldur's Gate 3, looting everything really adds to the game time.
What now? These poor things.
One nug's a big meal for a Mabari.
Don't know what they have, don't want to. Let's go.
Leliana develops a special affinity for nugs, which we will come to realize in the main campaign.
It's done.
Okay, come on, where are the other pieces? A little anxious about them because, yeah, I'm pretty sure I might have missed one somehow.
Yes.
Whoa, okay. Alright. The fireball that sketch cast, I don't know, maybe I wasn't paying attention, but I thought everyone was clear of it. Yeah, I bet you are, dude. Went and blew yourself up, man.
Got it.
I do like the way that when your character has been downed, they return with injuries. That's pretty cool. A little different. Gotcha.
No. Where are they all coming from?
Just keep going. We'll make it out yet.
Yeah, so far this has been a real pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Get this off, Tug.
I will.
Damn it, he resisted that too. A little bit of cheating never hurt, I guess. I made the game way too difficult for this, for the party level. Tug saves the day. Holy crap, man.
It's done.
Well, that's not good. I'm out of, yeah. I'm out of injury kits. Holy crap. The spell word. Ooh. Can't believe that's in here at this stage. How about some master leather pieces? That'd be really cool. Okay, finally we got one. I guess I should have bought some more injury kits off of Bonnie Lamb. Wait a minute. Okay, this is where we came from. This is where we're going. Okay, let's see if I remember how to do this. There's another mod I've installed which is really cool. Run script. Get injury. Cool. Yeah, this is add, oh god, what's it called? Add any item visual deluxe, I believe. Which is cool. Fortunately, you can only take one thing at a time. So I'll have to repeat this a little bit. Yeah, and I wanted to just display how extensively you can mod this game and highlight a couple of the mods that I have installed.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still pressing down the Alt key to highlight things. Oy. Well, I guess you play a game for over a year, you kind of get ingrained with its controls. I think that's the way out. What? Let's not get too crazy. Come on, give me that 5th piece, man. I'm up to 4 on these. Nope. Not there, damn it.
I'll do it.
Okay, I'm really starting to stress about the master leatherwork pieces.
It's done.
There should be more guards out here.
We need to find Marjolaine. Come on!
Okay.
There! Oh, she made it out. Why isn't she running?
Oh, Leliana, honey. Didn't know you were so naive.
Marjolaine? I fought the ones that could, but there must be more.
It's all right.
We can tell them about the papers. There must be an embassy, or they can petition.
Shh, my pretty thing. Shh.
I'm sorry I brought us back here, Marjolaine.
Don't be. You were perfect.
Well, well, well. An Orlesian spy caught with her hands on hard-won Ferelden intelligence. You'll be worth a pretty sum. Once we've had our fun, of course.
It is worse than losing them to death, isn't it? When the one closest to you is untrue.
Who?
A friend. I can help. But you must find your resolve.
I don't need more friends.
You are not the only one Marjolaine exploited. She has an eye for weakness. In youth, confidence, faith.
She left me nothing.
No. You feel alone, perhaps, for the first time. But you are far from helpless. Others need you even at your lowest. And that is a source of strength I cannot describe. I must go. You can do this.
How do you know about this? About me? Hello? Oh!
Oh, okay, they took all of her items, didn't take her clothes anyway. That's a pretty nice freaking dagger. Without a mod like Nightmare Plus, the special items in Dragon Age Origins are really overpowered. This will have the same... This has the same abilities as it would without Nightmare Plus because I have the items module disabled. But the enemies will be able to take more damage and they're more resistant to damage, so it kind of evens out anyway. It makes them not overpowered, is what I'm trying to say. Nightmare Plus comes with several different components that you can enable or disable, which is really cool. You can customize it to your playing style. Nightmare Plus really plays havoc with how difficult this part is. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any access points here. No, everything's disabled. As far as area design goes, it would have been nice if they had just blocked access to empty areas like that. But that's just nitpicking. Okay, first thing we need to do is get to that trunk.
Leon, watch out.
This is where all of her items are. Fortunately, you can change armor and stuff while you're fighting. Like right now we're in combat mode, but I can still equip her. There is a series about an RPG game that's called Epic NPC Man. It's by Viva La Dirt League. And in one of their hilarious episodes, they make fun of this mechanic that's in Dragon Age Origins where you can pause in the middle of combat and do things, and it's just, yeah, it's if you've not seen Viva La Dirt League's episodes, especially Epic NPC Man, you really must check it out. They're freaking hilarious. They really are. Oh boy, okay. I used to like real time with pause, and then I got into actual turn-based games like Baldur's Gate 3, Divinity of Sin, Divinity of Original Sin, I should say.
Right grateful to you, girl. If ever, look.
And yeah, I'm much less a fan of the real time with pause now.
Out.
Cone of Cold is so overpowered in this game. I'm not complaining. I'm just stating a fact. It is one of the most overpowered spells in the game.
Silas. I owe you twice. Especially if you're against Raleigh.
I'm not against...
Don't look at me. I'm following you.
I didn't mean to click on him. She's gonna state she's not against anyone. Alright, dude. Alright, where was that freaking gate? I think it was this way.
Gates everywhere. Got to be a lever.
I think this is one of the times when we're going to retreat.
Find him! A fair fight!
There we go. That's the dude I wanted to avoid while we were fighting the others. Oh, there's Tug's body. Make sure I haven't missed any items on the Fallen. Sometimes the UI takes a second to catch up with revealing that.
Oh no. No.
Tug.
She did this. With her beast. They will both answer.
Cool, got a great sword. Tug's Edge, which we will give to Sketch. New quest, honoring Tug. You found Tug's weapon. Maybe one of your current henchmen would like it. Alright, where's the other? I guess it would be under.
Tug's weapon? I can't...
Just keep it safe.
I will.
Got a right click, that's right. Okay, so we have disabled the next gate. Gotta go in this direction here.
Yes.
I'll do it.
If you time this right, you can get them all lined up in the doorway. Freeze them all. Knight Commander's Shield. Silas already has something superior to that, so we won't worry about it. There's number 5, I believe. Just one more. You won't have to worry about taking these individual pieces and making them into the Battledress Provocateur armor. The game does it for you automatically. Once you get the pieces, the armor magically appears in your inventory. Just kind of a bummer. Don't have to find a smith to forge it or anything. What we got going on here? Retreat. Damn it, dude. Fireball.
Schooled the hard way.
Oh, I'm not letting you get away so easily. That's skill, is it not?
No one else is coming. Follow if you want. I have people waiting for me.
Sometimes a little bit of retreat goes a long way. Heavy chainmail boots, good. Silas can finally get some footwear.
Right.
Girl, you are wonderful. Thank you.
You want out? Move. There is no one else.
Free. You are a spirit of virtue.
I prayed to be free of Raleigh. Thank you.
It's done.
I'm on. Well, that's a visual effect, isn't it? Holy cow.
It's done.
We have us a mage.
Yes!
And that dude's still alive.
Keep going. Almost there. I can do this.
Didn't notice any effect with using that poison adder's kiss, but I guess after one fight the poison goes away. I've never really used poisons in this game. Now I remember why. I just didn't see the benefit of them. I think the last piece is in the Chantry, which we'll access once we get out of here.
You're safe now.
Dorothea? Dorothea? Your guest is awake.
So I see. Please, give us a moment. Please. No doubt you have questions.
Dorothea? Shall I know you?
No, no. If you wish a full introduction, I am formally Revered Mother Dorothea.
Your Reverence, then?
My temple is in Orlais. I came here without sanction, hoping to fix the mistakes I have made. So please, just Dorothea.
This is a Chantry? Am I to be arrested?
The Chantry is not an arm of the King's law, although I am certain these good Ferelden's disapprove of both of our actions.
But you are one of them.
I am also a legion. They have no reason to listen to me. But they know that if I fail here, it may harm the Chantry as a whole.
You saved me? Gave me a key?
You didn't need a key. You could have tricked the guard or bound a splinter into a braid for a lockpick. And you would look good with braids, you know? Anyway, All I did was suggest that you are never powerless when others are in need.
But why?
Because I needed to hear the same thing when I was in your place.
This is all interesting, but I need to be a long way from both Ferelden and Orlais very soon.
The papers Marjolaine sold to Commander Raleigh were mine. The papers used against you.
You did this? Those were Orlesian military. It is treason.
My temple receives troop movements, so we can minister in the field. They were stolen. In a moment of weakness. I didn't know why Marjolaine wanted to be so close to me, but it felt like youth.
So this is your fault?
It would be more appropriate to say, I share responsibility. As do you. When someone takes advantage of your weakness, it is still your weakness.
I tried to stop the deal. What else can I do?
What do you need to do? What do you need from the people who did this to you? I can tell you where Marjolaine is, where Commander Raleigh is. Help Orlais and yourself. I will be here when you decide you are ready.
So if memory serves, this should be the last masterwork leather piece.
Such a thing. Fit for the Empress herself.
Battledress, the Provocateur. Provocateur? Is that how you say that? Although the buckle over leather is not bad. But as you can see, the Battledress of the Provocateur is much better.
Sketch? I guess we made it.
So glad to see you, or anything after last week.
My thanks too. I'll help how I can.
Thanks for getting me out of that place, Leliana. No market for a helper.
No market?
That Raleigh wasn't going to keep me long. A spy ringleader like Marjolaine painted you. You were going to the highest bidder. Maybe even the Empress.
I wonder how selling prisoners fits into Ferelden justice.
Does Raleigh care? We weren't arrested. That was his private collection, not a jail. Same story for most of the others in there, I guess.
I just wish I had been there for Tug.
They did him first because he wouldn't shut up. Drove Raleigh's men crazy for days, laughing at them. He was stalling for me. They said they'd take my hands. Only way to trust a mage.
Oh, Sketch.
All I see is red. But it doesn't matter. We can't fix this.
We'll make sure everyone pays, I swear.
Then what? Then I'm happy? Odds are slim.
Just be ready.
Let's see what he has to say.
Silas, was it?
Yes, I had to follow. I hope to earn the good mother's trust, and yours. I stand ready to go after the commander. And this Marjolaine who put you at his mercy.
I had a week in Raleigh's company. That was enough.
I could hear. I hope you don't hold that against all Fereldans. He is not what we are. It shouldn't fall to the likes of me to say that.
So you'll follow me? Where do you think that will lead?
If I can end this, I hope to serve the Chantry. They will already know my good intentions. What about you?
Me? Nobody cares what I want.
You should.
So, did I free a criminal?
I poached some game. I'd have taken my lashes, but Raleigh doesn't like inconveniencing the King's law. He had me for months. For no reason beyond his own amusement.
How does a petty criminal get so quick with a blade?
Former soldier. I was probably not too far from Raleigh during the war. Glad to say I'm nothing like him now.
Is that what I had to look forward to?
No. He ransoms important prisoners to whoever wants them most.
But only after he's had his fun. No doubt Dorothea is waiting for me.
I'll follow you where you lead. I owe you that, and more.
Silas Corthwaite was an odd one. He eagerly fell back into the role of soldier. At the time, I assumed he wanted revenge. I would come to see that he was trying to be the example that Raleigh had spoiled. I'm not sure Silas even realized he was doing it. Eventually, I would feel a sad kinship. Marjolaine had offended my profession in a similar way. Silas had been stripped of everything, so he had nothing personal to show his nature. But there was something about the way he looked at the trappings of the Chantry, especially the candles. He was a stranger there, like me, but as a Ferelden, he was not so far from home. It was important that everything be quote-unquote just right, not because he believed, but because someone believed. I found that charming. Very much appreciate the text in this game.
Our Lady Andraste, blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. She's beautiful.
I remember the statue of Andraste. There were many, in both Orlais and Ferelden, of course, but I had never held still long enough to really see one. The chant of light would have put my younger self to sleep, but the beauty and strength of that figure offered strange comfort. I was too foolish for revelation, but doubt would bring me back, and there would be no shortage of that. Good old Bunny then.
Leliana. Missy, need something to perk you up. Road ahead will be a tough one.
Len? How?
Yeah, I went to ground when Marjolaine showed her colours. Almost gave you up after the week. Hard to miss your escape, though. Lots of people thanking their Orlesian she-devil. So, need anything?
You're right back to selling, even after all this.
Marjolaine left me dry too. Pissed about that, but the payout must be good to drop resources like us.
You're saying you'd have done it too?
Well, not to me, but I understand. That's the game.
It's not the way I remember it.
I'd get used to it if you want to be like her. That's what you want, isn't it?
You work in this temple?
I am giving my life to the Chantry, yes. If you'll excuse me.
I'm sorry about earlier. I wasn't sure where I was.
It's not that, miss.
What then?
I was like you before I came to serve Our Lady. It troubles me.
I am no threat to you.
No, I worry for you. Many come to the Chantry at a difficult time. Not all find their way back.
I won't need to come back.
I was the same. There was a lot of pain between then and now. If you'll excuse me.
Our Marjolaine has secured Commander Raleigh as an escort to leave Ferelden. No doubt she expects a reprisal for her various crimes. It would be a shame to disappoint her.
I need to know some things before this goes ahead.
As would I.
I know nothing about the commander. Beyond what he did.
Commander Raleigh is a noble who apparently distinguished himself to King Merrick during the Orlesian-Ferelden War. Many on both sides have been reluctant to abandon the hatreds of that conflict. But if I had to venture a guess, I suspect he is also a miserable bastard at heart.
I could have died in a dungeon, like Targ did.
I recognized a familiar spirit in you, and I had faith. It is a strength you come to understand in service.
I'm glad you didn't start preaching at the time.
I hope I am not preaching now. I just wanted you to be aware of the tools you already had. If this is the last the Chantry sees of you, I have still balanced some of my shame.
A lot of people followed me out. What happens to them?
Some will be turned over to the city guard, although the difference in treatment may well feel like freedom. Others, like Silas, have more than paid for their petty crimes. He wants to join the Chantry.
Perhaps he wants a chance at Commander Raleigh.
I would not blame him.
You know a lot for an outsider in Ferelden.
The members of this temple have been most helpful, though they technically owe no allegiance to Orlais.
They suffer too if secrets given to the Chantry are not safe.
My actions could harm all nations ministered by the Chantry.
This seems like a lot of trouble for a few papers.
If Raleigh finds the support to act on them, the number of lives at stake would be considerable.
But Ferelden and Orlais are at peace.
It might be more accurate to say we are merely no longer at war.
Alright, let's do this.
Tell me how to find Marjolaine.
For your own reasons, I trust.
Do you want your precious papers, or not?
Not if I inflict more harm in the process. Call it a concern of my trade.
Marjolaine wronged me. I will not let that go unanswered.
I understand. But if your actions are all that pull you forward, then she still controls you. Marjolaine is with Raleigh, seeking passage across the waking sea. I have suggested a path. Be careful.
Pathetic girl. You're in the heart of my Ferelden. What do you hope to gain?
Listen to the commander, pretty one. There is nothing for you here.
Your teacher cursed you while swarming past.
Yes.
Hang up your flame. My men will give you a message. I'm not giving up this opportunity to strike Lorelei. I'll drag Marek to war if I have to.
Yeah, you just keep talking, dude.
Your people couldn't hold this land with an army. What's one harlot going to do? There are others like me. This peace will not stand. Orlais cannot be trusted.
These are like, yeah, these are deep stalkers. Well, here they're called sand stalkers, but they're the same creature, just by a different name. Pretty easy to defeat. Gather around for a hug, huh?
Yes. I'll show you something. Never caged again. Payback.
Strike, damn it.
Now for the master of these beasts, and Marjolaine.
And the papers. Lives count on that.
And the papers.
This is an area where it behooves to draw them out a little bit at a time. There's a mage up on top of the hill that is a pain in the butt to kill. So yeah, that thinned the herd out a little bit.
Orlesian harlot! If you wanted more of my men, you could have just asked.
Sounds like the guy who voiced Roach in The Witcher 3. It is. Whoa. That's not good. Dude, I kind of need you up here. Oh, those stunning arrows. They're a pain. Get a spell off, man. Please. Whoa. She's just having all kinds of troubles. She really is. Holy crap.
I am very tired of playing games with Commander Raleigh.
Heaven's Wrath. I don't think that's nearly as powerful as Winter's Breath, but let's find out. No. Winter's Breath is one of the more powerful tortoise staves in the game. Alright.
We are quite the target.
Yes.
You're no threat to a free man. What do you want?
Oh, okay. She made it through. That's good. Alright, we got us a dragon. Pushing prison made that a little easy. Okay. Get him to a spot where he can actually target the freaking mage. I was hoping to hit him before he got off that war cry.
You're better than Marjolaine said. The bards of Orlais have earned their reputation. But I remember the scared little girl in my cell.
I won't kill you. I'm not that selfish.
Thanks for that.
All this, and doing every one of these lives, is more fun when it's personal. I wonder, what did the lovely mother offer for her papers? Something as entertaining as what I did to get them?
You are still trying to hurt me. Why?
So innocent. Even when your concern threatened to expose me.
All I wanted was a way out. For us.
You are my pretty thing. But I knew it'd end up like this. You would turn on me, because that's what I would do. So I did it first. We are the same.
No.
So you say, but here you are, weapon in hand.
I'm not your pretty thing anymore. I'm not your mirror.
If this was reversed, you'd wake every day expecting my blade.
Marjolaine.
We are the same.
That moment I keep, because even now, I don't know what ending serves best. But being able to choose, that is the truth of this story. The rest, it changes with the audience. All things change when they find purpose.
All in all, this was a pretty good DLC. Interesting insight into Leliana'S past and her relationship with Marjolaine, which adds depth to events that occur in the main campaign. Overall, I'm more pleased with this than when I paid for it way back in 2009. Felt a little ripped off, to be honest with you. I think I paid like maybe, what was it, $10 for this DLC on top of the money that I already spent for Origins, which was I think $50. And yeah, the DLC and the extra campaigns that occurred in the main campaign, collectively it all came to over $100, and each of the DLCs were very short in nature and not overly complex and just fairly simple. So having to pay for each one of those individually definitely gives a different outlook on or perception for the DLC. Since then, of course, I just went ahead and purchased the Ultimate Edition because I lost the original copy that I had of Origins, and with the Ultimate Edition you pay one price, you get everything, and right now that price is like $5 at GOG, so well worth it. And yeah, I quite appreciated Leliana'S song a lot more this time around, and in part due to what I just talked about, and also because it's been a few years since I played this game, and I can't rightly recall all the inconsistencies or the retcons that happened with Leliana'S song compared to how she talks about her past in the main campaign. So at any rate, it was entertaining. Quite enjoyed it. Hopefully you will enjoy this episode of On This Day in Gaming. Plan on giving this a little better of a presentation than just a hardcore playthrough, reviewing as I go along as well. So yeah, hope this is a more enjoyable format, more interesting. Hope it provides a little something new. As always, if you have not, please like and subscribe, and look for more entries in the On This Day in Gaming series. Have a great day.